Hello guys, welcome to my channel Art Saga and to the new tutorial video how to draw railings. Before we start drawing railings, please like and subscribe this channel so this can help me to make more videos for you guys. So let's start. So in order to draw railings, I have just created a 3D plan and added a floor and a parapet walls. So we'll add railings on these ends. So to do that, I'll just go to my second floor level and I can see this is my plan, and I will add the railing on this edge and this edge. So let's go and draw some railings. So you can find railings in architecture, and in circulation just beside the staircase you will find railings. Now if you drop down, you have two options: sketch railing and place on stair ramp. So we will go with sketch path only today. So sketch path, when I select the sketch part, as for every tool when you draw it, a modify section tab will activate. For this tool also the modify section will activate. And now I just want to sketch some lines here. So what I'll do, I'll just start from this point, end it here, and just start again and end it here. So make sure this should be a complete loop and this should not break in between. So what I'll do, I'll just finish it, and this is my railing. I'll just align it to this wall, and okay, we are good here. And what I'll do, I'll just move it inside, and okay, now our railing is drawn. Now we'll press a shortcut command CS, which is for copy selection. So as soon as I press CS, again I am into my previous command, which was modify railing. And what I'll do, I'll just select line again and put my railing here. I'll just move it a little backward, and okay. So I'll go to 3D and you can see these are my railings. If you select on a railing and go to property section tab and drop this down, you have one more default railing type, which is glass panel bottom. So what I'll do, I'll just select it to show you guys, and we have a different type of railing here. I'll just match properties. Shortcut for match properties is MA. So I'll select this railing and just paste it here. So I'll just click it here, not paste it, I'll just click it here. So these are my these are my different railing types here. And now we are back to our previous railing. Now we'll learn about the railing elements. So if you know, at the top this is a top rail, and these horizontal elements are balusters, and these are some more rails which are in between. And this is a start rail, this is a middle rail, and this is a end rail. So we can edit this all as per our needs and as per our project parameters. So I will teach you how we can do that. So I'll just select the railing, I'll go to edit type, and now I have this type property section open. I'll just go to rail structure. Before doing that, you will just find this window to be open. So what I did, I just opened this preview section. So each and every change I made, I can see it here. So I just I don't need to go again and again and check the railing at the main window. So I can check it here in only. So what I'll do, I'll just go to rail structure, I'll go to edit type. So now I can see I have 6 rails here. So all these rails which are included are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rails here, and not the top rail. I can only edit the rails which are in the between. So if I select this, I can see rail 1 is selected, and this is also highlighted in the preview. So the height is 775. Similarly, for each and every rail, the height is given. So you can change the height from here, the bottom height. So the height would be from this bottom edge. So my rail 6 is 150 mm from the bottom. So I can change each and every height. So let's say I want it at 200, and this at 300, and this at 500, this 600, and let's say 700. And I will say apply. As soon as I apply, I don't need to go and check on this window. I can just see everything here. So I've applied it. Now if I don't want a circular profile, so now you can see I have railings with a circular profile. So I can just check the profile and drop down, and I can change it to whatever I want. So here are 4 options. Let's select I want square handrail. I'll just check it for all, square handrail for everything, and I'll just say apply again. So you can see rails are changed to the square rails. Now what I'll say OK, and again say OK. So here in my 3D drawing, I can see the changed railing here. Now we will go to balusters. Balusters are the vertical members. So what we'll do, go to baluster placement and the main pattern. So here are 2 windows. So the main pattern and the posts. So the main pattern are the balusters which are in the center. So I'll just cancel it and show you. So these are the main patterns. So if I make changes in the first box in the edit type, the main pattern will change. So I'll go again and show you what are these. I'll go to baluster placement and say edit. So the main pattern, if I select this, you can see the highlighted element which is in between. So I can change this baluster pattern. So if I want a different baluster, let's say I want this baluster, I'll say apply, and it is changed to a rectangular baluster. Now there are some more types here. So I'll just explain you what everything means. So I'll just go back to my original baluster, say apply, and keep seeing the preview here now. So now our base is host. So this baluster will start from any floor or any stair tread or whatever the host is below that. Now if I select on base, drop down the host and say I want this baluster from rail 1. So what I'll do, I'll just select rail 1, select apply and say OK. I'm sorry, it should be rail 6. I'll say apply and OK. So it will start from the rail 6, which is the bottom rail. Now the base offset is 0, which is correct. But if you say it host and say offset is 150 and say apply, it will again start from the same point. If I say it's 0 and say apply, so it will again go to the bottom level. So let's say I want it at rail 6. I will keep the host as 0. The top is to the rail 1. If I don't want it to the rail 1, I want it till the top end. What I'll say, top rail element. I'll again say apply. So this rail goes to the top rail. Sorry, this baluster go to the top rail. Then the distance from previous, like here is just a preview of a small railing. If it is a big railing on our drawing, so the 2 balusters, the 2 vertical balusters have a distance of 1000 mm. And the offset, what does the offset mean? So here it is 0. So if I select 1 inch and say apply and say OK, it will just move from the center 1 inch to another side. So I just want it to be on 0 and say apply. So this is on 0 and I will say OK. So I have just changed my baluster types and this distance is 1000. So from this baluster, this is 1000 mm. Now we will go and change the post. So what I'll do, I'll just select the railing again, go to edit type, go to baluster placement, and now we will go to post. So what is the post? So this is start post. This is selected here in the blue, and this is an end post. So the corner post is not visible here, but if the railing size increases, there will be a corner post or a center post to support the railing system. So now we will start with the start post. So start post, the baluster family is M25 round. So I want it a different baluster. What I'll say, I want this type, and I will say OK. So my baluster at the start post will change. Similarly at end post, I want a similar baluster. What I'll do, I'll just select this and say apply and OK. Then the base will be host because these are the main supports of the railing. The base offset should be 0. OK. The baluster will go till the top rail. You can change it as per you want. The the space is 12.5. So this is important. Now what does the space means? This baluster are 12.5 mm from the railing ends. So if I say it 0, keep seeing on this end, sorry, I'll just select this baluster and I'll say 0 and say apply. Now it just starts from the very first end of the railing system. Now again, if I go to previous thing, I'll say minus 12.5, again say apply. So here it is, it starts from some gap, so it starts from 12.5 mm gap from this end. So I'll keep it default, but you can change it as per your use. I'll say apply and OK. Again I'll say OK. So this is our railing type. Now again, if I want to add something different, I want to add a glass in between. What I'll do, I'll just select this railing. I'll just go to edit type. Again I will go to baluster placement and I will change this baluster type to glaze 800 mm. 800 mm is the width of the glass, and I will say apply, and this would be my glass here. Now I've explained these things earlier, but you can just justify that where you want to start the glass and where you want to end it. So you can select it beginning, you can select end, say apply, and it would start from the end point. So the distance placing would start from the end point. Let's say center and say apply. If I select center and apply, it will distribute to the railing length and add the glasses over there. It would not look much nice. I'll just say apply and OK, and you can see it has distributed the glass from the center. So I'll just select it again and go to edit type, and I'll say justify to be spread pattern to fit, and this is the perfect way to add a glass in the railing. I will say OK, apply and OK, and now this has added my glass perfectly from each side to the center. So this looks much better. So this is my glass railing, and I'll undo it to my previous railing now. So here is my railing. What I'll do, I'll just draw it on the bottom and we will learn more about it here. Now if I want an handrail with the top rail here, I'll just select this railing, go to edit type, and I can see some options here of handrail. So I'll go to handrail 1, and the type is the type I want is let's say I wanted circular handrail 30 mm. So if I drop down, I have more options. I will say let's select 40 mm. I'll say apply OK, and I can keep seeing the preview here. The handrail is here, the position is on the left side. I will say apply, and I can see the handrail here. So handrail is added with some hardware which goes on the wall, and I will say OK. So I can see an handrail here. So it is better when I have a wall here, so while walking I can use an handrail also. We will go to our staircase and we will add a railing there and see how we can change the railing types there. So what I'll do, we already have a staircase here. I will go to my first floor level, or say parapet, the plinth level, and I will just open a 3D from here. So I have pressed shortcut called BX by selecting an element. So you will see the 3D of the part which I have selected. So this would not open a complete 3D view, but only a part view which I want to see. I will just adjust the crop boundaries, and now I can see my complete railing here. Sorry, the complete stair here. I will just hide this floor by using HH command. So which is temporary hide an element. I will just hide these elements, and now I can completely see my staircase. The railing type which we had before, we have added a handrail here. I don't want a particular railing here, I just want a wall handrail here. So what I'll do, I'll just select this railing type. I will just duplicate it. I will say my handrail. I will say OK. I'll go to edit type and delete this all. So I'll just delete it. Yes, I'll say apply and OK. What I'll do, I'll just deselect the top rail, and I have my handrail properties added here. I will just say apply and OK and OK. So I just have handrails now, but I can also see some balusters here. So what I'll do, I'll just go again to my handrail, go into baluster placement, and I will say here none, none and none. Same here, I'll say none. I'll say apply and OK. Again say OK, and here is my handrail. If you select on this railing, I will tell you how you can add balusters for each and every tread. So what we'll do, we'll go to edit type, we will go to baluster placement, and you can see an option of use baluster per tread on stairs. So I'll select this. Let's say I want one baluster on every stair. The baluster type will be M baluster round. I will say apply and say OK. Again say OK. So now in this railing, I will have baluster for each and every tread. Now if I want this baluster with a different shape or anything, so I will just insert a family of baluster. Now if you see, you have just limited type of baluster types here, so only these many types, but we will add some more and we can change the baluster type. What I will do, I'll just select the railing and I'll go to insert, go to load family, and you will see this window at start. So you will go and select for railings, you will go into balusters, and here are some baluster types. So what I'll do, I'll just select this baluster type and I will say open, and this is loaded here. So here in the project browser, if you go to families, you can find in railings, you can find a new baluster which we added now. So what I'll do, I'll just select it, the railing, I will say edit type, I will go to this edit placement, I will just untick this command for now, and I will select this new custom baluster and say apply and OK. And now you can see a new baluster is added. So similarly, you can add baluster type as you want in the list which I shown you. And I will just go back now. I will just HR, and we are back to our 3D view. So guys, today we learned about the railing and the railing types and how we can edit all the railing elements. So if you have any queries, you can ask in the comment section. Please follow my Facebook page and like and subscribe this video. Thank you.